Most dog owners believe that a happy dog is a bouncing, loud storm of energy, relentlessly barking, sprinting across the yard, and wagging their tail like a propeller. But behavioral neuroscientists have uncovered a surprising truth. Real canine happiness is almost completely silent. True emotional fulfillment in dogs does not show up in frantic excitement. It manifests in quiet, subtle micro-behaviors that most owners overlook every single day. These ordinary moments reveal whether your dog feels profoundly safe, emotionally regulated, and deeply anchored to your soul. Welcome to Perfect Relaxation. Today we are decoding the subtle biological markers and hidden emotional signs that prove your dog is living their absolute best life with you. By the end of this video, you will recognize the quiet language of joy your dog has been speaking all along. You walk into the room and instead of a stiff, high-strung tail wag, your dog's entire body melts into a loose, fluid wave that ripples from their nose all the way down to their hips. Later, as you sit together, they look up at you with soft, relaxed eyes, not staring or demanding anything, but simply holding your gaze with a calm, gentle expression. Human intuition often focuses strictly on the tail, but canine neurobiology reads the spine. A stiff, rapid tail wag accompanied by a rigid posture can actually indicate high emotional tension or environmental vigilance. Conversely, the full body wiggle signifies complete parasympathetic activation. It is an involuntary, uninhibited release of social joy that only occurs when a dog feels entirely safe and threat-free. Furthermore, that quiet, soft eye contact is extraordinary within the animal kingdom. Among wild canids, direct eye contact is a confrontational threat signal. When a domestic dog gazes at their human with soft, unblinking eyes, their brain releases a powerful surge of oxytocin, the exact neurochemical responsible for maternal bonding. Neuroimaging studies reveal that during these soft gazes, both human and dog experience a simultaneous rise in heart rate variability and oxytocin levels, creating a bidirectional chemical loop of profound emotional security. When your dog offers you soft eye contact, do not stare back intensely or make sudden movements. Soften your facial muscles. Blink slowly, and offer a quiet, warm smile. This confirms to your dog that the emotional channel between you is peaceful and clear. Their body does not just wag a tail. Their entire being becomes a wave of unfiltered joy, trusting you enough to drop every defense. You sit on the couch after a long afternoon and let out a tired yawn. Seconds later, your dog looks up from their rug and lets out a long, slow yawn of their own. Later, as they curl up beside you, they release a heavy, audible sigh that seems to pour out of their entire chest. Contagious yawning in domestic dogs is a proven indicator of advanced emotional empathy. Behavioral studies conducted at cognitive animal research laboratories demonstrate that dogs mirror human yawns significantly more frequently when the yawn comes from their primary bonded human compared to a stranger. This automatic mirroring occurs because your dog's autonomic nervous system has synchronized with your internal biological rhythm. They are literally attuning their emotional state to yours. Meanwhile, that long, heavy exhale, the deep sigh, serves a specific neurological purpose. When a dog feels anxious or hypervigilant, their sympathetic nervous system keeps their breathing shallow and their muscles tensed. When they let out a deep, resounding sigh near you, it marks the exact physiological moment their vagus nerve triggers a shift into the parasympathetic rest and digest state. It is the physiological sound of a dog officially turning off their environmental threat radar because your presence is active. When you hear your dog release that long, contented sigh, take it as your cue to relax as well. Allow the quiet stillness of the room to remain undisturbed, validating their decision to let the day's tension melt away. They are not just watching your life from the outside. Their internal nervous system is breathing in total harmony with yours. You grab your keys and coat to leave the house. Instead of pacing frantically or whining at the door, your dog watches you calmly from their bed, gently settling down as you step out. Yet when you are home, they quietly drift behind you from room to room, like a soft, unhurried shadow. Misconceptions about canine love often suggest that a deeply attached dog must panic when their owner leaves. In reality, panic indicates separation distress, whereas calm departures reflect secure attachment theory, originally identified in human infant development and now widely recognized in canine cognitive science. A securely attached dog has logged hundreds of consistent experiences, proving that your departure is never permanent. They do not waste metabolic energy in panic, because their trust in your return is absolute. Similarly, when they choose to be your shadow around the house, they are not acting out of anxiety. Watch their posture. An anxious dog follows with rigid tension and hypervigilant eyes. A securely attached dog moves with loose, unhurried steps. They follow simply because your presence is their preferred environmental anchor, the space where their world feels complete. Maintain calm, low-key departures and reunions. Avoid overly dramatic goodbyes or chaotic greetings, which can inject unnecessary emotional arousal into what should be a routine, safe transition. They do not panic when you walk out the door because their faith in your return is stronger than the temporary distance between you. You reach down to stroke your dog's back, and their legs immediately give way, causing them to melt slowly onto their side. At mealtime, instead of inhaling their food in a tense, frantic rush while guarding the bowl, they eat at a calm, steady pace, occasionally pausing to glance up at you, peacefully. In the animal kingdom, standing upright allows for immediate flight or self-defense. When a dog actively collapses onto their side during petting, they are performing a voluntary surrender of their physical posture. They are intentionally overriding their evolutionary instinct to stay alert, choosing instead to place their physical comfort entirely in your hands. They trust that while your hand is touching them, no threat can enter their space. Furthermore, eating is one of the most biologically vulnerable activities an animal can perform. In nature, feeding sites invite competition and environmental exposure. A dog that eats slowly with relaxed shoulders and an unguarded posture is demonstrating supreme environmental confidence. They do not view you as a resource threat. They view you as the provider who has made their world predictable, abundant, and safe. Respect their vulnerable moments. When your dog melts onto their side during petting, keep your strokes slow, long, and gentle. During mealtime, maintain a quiet, predictable atmosphere so they never feel compelled to guard their food. They place their complete physical safety into your hands, surrendering every protective instinct because they know you are their shield. While you are away, you find your dog curled up quietly on a sweater you left on the chair, sleeping peacefully without chewing or destroying the fabric. Or when a tennis ball rolls under the couch out of their reach, they do not bark frantically. They walk over to you, look at you, and glance back at the couch. Canine scent-seeking behavior can manifest in two very different ways. An anxious, distressed dog destroys owner-scented items to release frantic energy. However, a secure, happy dog uses your scent as a physiological stabilizer. Resting on your worn clothing allows their 300 million olfactory receptors to soak in your chemical signature, triggering a continuous low-level release of oxytocin that keeps their nervous system calm until you return. Additionally, when your dog brings a problem to you, such as a trapped toy, they are exhibiting a sophisticated cognitive process called triadic interaction. Rather than viewing the world as something they must battle alone, they view you as their primary problem-solving partner. They recognize your superior physical capabilities and trust that turning to you will yield a positive outcome. It is a profound demonstration of social reliance and intellectual attunement. Validate their problem-solving requests. When your dog asks for help retrieving a toy or opening a door, assist them calmly. This reinforces a healthy communicative partnership built on mutual trust. You are not just their companion. You are their anchor in the dark and the trusted solver of all their life's small problems. Close your eyes for a moment. Just a moment. Imagine living in a world where you do not understand money schedules or why the people around you are always rushing. Your entire sense of emotional stability is built on subtle cues: a warm hand on your flank, a familiar scent on an old t-shirt, and the quiet consistency of the person who cares for you. You do not need grand declarations. You do not need constant excitement. All you need is to know that when the room goes dark and the day ends, the person you trust most is sitting right there, and that their presence makes your world completely safe. That is your dog every single day. During a game of play, your dog drops into a low play bow, eyes bright and soft. As they interact with your hands, they use remarkable bite inhibition, keeping their jaws extraordinarily gentle. Later on the couch, they intentionally nudge their body over to share their favorite sleeping corner with you. Gentle play fighting is one of the highest expressions of emotional regulation in canines. In nature, play requires continuous self-monitoring. When your dog engages in play with you while maintaining strict bite inhibition, their brain is executing complex impulse control. They are modulating their physical power to match your vulnerability, prioritizing the continuation of the social bond over winning a physical contest. Similarly, dogs guard their resting territories more fiercely than most owners realize. A sleeping spot is a personal sanctuary. When your dog actively shifts their body on the couch or bed to invite you into their physical space, the psychological boundary between mine and yours completely dissolves. They are welcoming you into their private inner circle, sharing their most valued resource without hesitation. Reward gentle play with quiet enthusiasm. If play ever gets slightly too energetic, simply freeze and pause for 5 seconds to help them reset their emotional regulation. When they invite you to share their space, accept the invitation with a gentle touch. They choose gentleness over strength and shared connection over personal territory, simply because loving you matters more than winning. Your dog comes over to enjoy 2 minutes of warm affection, soaking in your touch completely. Then, without any sign of distress or hesitation, they calmly turn around and walk off to nap in another room. Periodically throughout the day, they glance up from across the room, make eye contact for 2 seconds, and instantly relax back into their sleep. Immature or insecure attachment leads to persistent clinginess, a state where an animal cannot function without continuous physical reassurance. Conversely, a dog that seeks affection and then calmly walks away to rest independently is demonstrating autonomous emotional security. They possess absolute confidence in your bond. They do not need to hoard your attention because they know your love is stable and permanent. Those periodic silent glances across the room are known as emotional check-ins. Your dog is not monitoring for threats. They are simply validating their environmental baseline. Seeing you calm and settled provides a quick pulse of security that resets their internal radar, allowing them to drop right back into deep restorative rest. Celebrate their emotional independence. Allow them the freedom to move to quiet areas of the house when they desire solitary rest, trusting that their quiet independence is the ultimate proof of a secure home. They walk away from you with a peaceful heart because they know your love does not vanish when they step into another room. Think about the incredible quiet story your dog is telling you every single day. When their entire body wiggles at the door, their joy is overflowing without restraint. When they hold your gaze with soft eyes, they are sharing a silent, neurochemical loop of love. When they mirror your yawn or sigh deeply beside you, their heart is breathing in rhythm with yours. When they remain calm during your departures, their trust in your return is absolute. When they melt onto their side or eat peacefully near you, they are placing their physical safety in your hands. When they bring you their problems or share their space, they are welcoming you into their inner world. And when they walk away to sleep independently, they are demonstrating total confidence in your bond. Your dog's life is a brief chapter in your story. But to your dog, you are their entire book. Real canine happiness is not a loud, chaotic display. It is a quiet, steady peace that fills your home every hour of the day. So today, take a second to pause. Look at the small, ordinary details of your dog's behavior. Smile, offer a slow, gentle pat, and remember how deeply blessed you both are to share this life together. If this video helped you see your dog's happiness a little clearer today, please subscribe to Perfect Relaxation. Every week, we decode another piece of your dog's silent language, not to judge, not to lecture, but to help you hear what they have been saying all along. This is Perfect Relaxation. We will see you next week.